Hola, ways. Today we have a lot to talk about. Given that it is that time of the year again, the time when all the department stores start pushing last season's stuff out and start getting in all of the new product that we collectors have been seeing leak over the past couple of months. Specifically for us Barbie collectors, the thing that we're probably going to be the most excited about is that Target and Walmart are starting to get in the new wave of Barbie fashionistas. Also, it's July, so what better time of the year to release the holiday Barbie collection for 2024, which is what I'm going to be taking a look at today. But before I get into those, we do need to have a little bit of a conversation about what's been going on in Hollywood over the past couple of years. And I am, of course, talking about the rise of AI generated artwork. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I am an artist and I have always been really passionate about art. I mean, I've been drawing since I was like 3 years old. I actually moved here to Nashville to pursue my bachelor's in fine arts, which if I didn't already think that it was a useless degree, then I definitely do now. And I know we're all kind of sick of hearing about this, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on the subject, but I guess I just want to kind of express my feelings towards it, and you all can have kind of a discussion in the comment section if you would like to about how you feel or like whether you agree with me or not. But personally, I gave up a long time ago trying to fight this. We have all seen how quickly these programs have grown and evolved over the past couple of years, from being these image generators that pump out these really crappy, like fever dream-esque blobs, to right now we can't even distinguish half the time whether something is AI or not, because it's got so good so quick. And even though there are a lot of people online that like to nitpick AI art, like the little inconsistencies in it, the fact of the matter is that that is good enough for a lot of these corporations to abuse. I love Barbie, of course. I will always love Barbie. She is such an integral part of my life, but Mattel, like the company Mattel, there are people in Mattel, of course. Like there are individuals working for Mattel that are good people. Like Carlisle, Bill Greening, Judy Choi, like Angel Kent. Like whether or not you like their designs or what they're putting out for modern Barbie, like they're good people. I mean, at least I like to assume the best of everybody. It does kind of get me in trouble sometimes. But like these people actually believe in art and they have their own morals. But Mattel as a corporation, they are a profit-driven corporation. And no matter what agenda they are currently trying to push, at the end of the day, they really care about the bottom line, like how much money they're bringing in. And the corporation, like the higher ups, they're going to look for whatever way they can to save money. And if you think that the money that they are saving by using AI programs is going to be going back into the product itself, you would be very dumb to think that, because where it's going to be going is straight into the CEO's pockets. Like the real life version of Will Ferrell from the Barbie movie, that is who it's going to be going to, unfortunately. And I'm bringing this up because recently there was a huge leak from Mattel where there was a bunch of footage, like it was training footage of presentations that were done about AI and how it's going to be implemented in their new business model, how they are going to be using it to make the design process easier. And if you all have seen any of these videos, if you haven't and you want to remain like blissfully ignorant and just keep collecting cute Barbie dolls, then don't watch them, because if you've seen them, like they're very like bleak, like they're very dystopian. Is like I really felt like whenever I was watching them, like I am not supposed to be saying this, you know. They had one video that leaked where it was basically talking about how they're going to be making like an AI voice bank for Barbie, which I don't know what that's going to be used for. I'm assuming in the future they're going to have a Barbie doll product that comes out where it's going to be able to have like custom voice lines and stuff, like custom phrases that it can respond and like actually hear you ask a question and respond to you. I'm sure it'll have its own moral compass or whatever. It'll have limits to what it can say. There was also this video from one of the hiring managers at Mattel who she basically, I mean, she literally said, this is her words, her exact words are, don't be afraid of AI taking your job. Be afraid of people who know how to use AI taking your job. And she did say that she wants to hire people who are willing to use tools, basically implying that if you are against using AI, Mattel won't hire you. So this is definitely not something to be blaming on the designers at Mattel, like the people on the bottom of the food chain. This is more of like a corporate mandate. I'm guessing that using this will take less hours than having to illustrate something or do more research to come out with an original design, having the AI generate an image, and then like there's talks about like, well, you can't copyright AI generated images, but what you can do, you can have a AI generate like let's say you wanted to design like a new Barbie dress. You can have the AI generate a new dress idea and you can redraw that and you can copyright that redraw of the AI image. You really cannot prove, unless something leaks like this, you really cannot prove that something had any sort of AI involvement. And whether using AI or not in a design process, like as a tool, is a bad thing, it just depends on how you feel about it. Because at the end of the day, this is something that's just going to get worse and worse and worse, or better and better and better, depending on how you think about it. And one day, this is just going to be completely normalized. Like this conversation that I'm having right now about AI, it's a big deal right now, but in the future, like 20 years from now, it's going to be everywhere. I mean, there's AI programs right now where you can literally type in your own lyrics for a song or have the AI generate its own lyrics. And it will play the drums, it will sing, it will play piano, it will do the strings and the synth and the bass and everything. Like it will literally create music for you out of nothing. Well, out of like samples and out of like whatever sort of music that it has in its library. And as an artist over the years, I've had this conversation with myself a lot about how like nothing is really created from nothing. Like there are no original ideas. Something always is inspired by something else. And you know, some people have issues with AI because it's doing the work for you, as in like it has its own stuff in its bank where it's taking inspiration from instead of you taking inspiration from this bank. Of course, there are ways where you could use it sparingly and only use it to like get a general idea and then build off of that, you know? But whenever it comes to corporations using it, a lot of times they're using it just to cut corners. And in the case of this year's holiday Barbie, this is our first main example of Mattel using AI, undoubtedly. Like there is no question whether they used AI on this doll or not, at least the packaging. So in this video, I'm going to be reviewing the online and Walmart exclusive version of 2024's Holiday Barbie, that being the redhead version. And this Holiday Barbie this year was designed by Carlisle Nuera and some AI program that Mattel has developed or are using. And this year there are actually 5 versions of Holiday Barbie, that being the redhead version, which uses the Generation Girl face sculpt, the black doll, which uses the Desiree face sculpt, which is really exciting. She looks so beautiful. There's a Millie, there's the Asian version. They're continuing the Asian Barbie this year. She's going to be using the Crystal face sculpt. And a Teresa version for the Latina Barbie this year. It's Teresa's anniversary this year, so I'm happy that she's getting a doll with her actual like 90s face sculpt. And I do plan on getting all of these like eventually, but these three I know are going to be available in store. The Asian one probably just in Macy's Toys R Us, but I know Teresa and Desiree are at least going to be available in Target. So I'm going to be hunting around for the perfect one because, I only really care about the face sculpt on these dolls. And from what I know, the like the facial painting on this doll is not an AI generated screening yet. Like I'm pretty sure they're still having like Mentam paint the faces on these dolls. But the main culprit for this doll is specifically the background artwork. Now there is no doubting that this is 100% AI generated. These ribbons are all like not even tied, they're just going randomly, they're all warped in places. These like golden embellishments that make no sense. And usually in a frame like this, it's sort of mirrored where like one side looks exactly the same as the other, but you can see it's very asymmetrical. And then they've got some like generic clip art. And you can see on the side how they just kind of like flipped the image, like they mirrored it over here. It just looks so lazy to me, honestly. I'm not sure if that's supposed to give the illusion that the sides have like a mirror effect, like it's literally a mirror, but then they could have put like a reflective foil on the side or something to give a better illusion. But before this year, for all of the holiday dolls that they put out, really the background has been just like a simple solid color or a gradient, or they've had some sort of like bokeh effect or a glitter, or like they've had stock art like snowflakes in the back, like little clip art of stars and stuff. So it's been really simple. Like the background in this box is really busy, honestly. And some people have said that that actually might take away from the doll itself, or it might look like there's more in the box. I mean, you can argue either way. But if the AI usage at Mattel was like limited to just the background artwork, is that bad of a thing? I'm not defending Mattel for using AI. And if you're going to be one of those people who shit on Mattel for using it on Barbie, just wait, because it's coming to every single doll brand and every single part of the industry and every single part of Hollywood. I mean, it's going to be coming to music, to literature, to cartoons, to everything. This is just the beginning, and it's just going to get worse. Like the cat's out of the bag. There's no putting the cat back in. But for silly stuff like this, like the background artwork, is it really that bad? Like, because I know for me as an artist, I'm a character artist. I don't like to draw backgrounds typically. So using this for something mundane like this, for like a little artwork in the background, tell me, how do you feel? Like, is this an issue or not? Because like for me, I don't really care, because I mean the box, I'm just gonna be like throwing it away and shit. So like I don't really care. But that's just the thing. Like this is how it starts, and it could get to the point where they don't even have designers working on Barbie anymore. Like they literally just let the AI do everything. And that's the thing about AI. Like you can use it as a tool, you can use it to build off of it, but whenever you get it into the hands of these corporations, even though it does have inconsistencies like we just talked about, it's good enough for them. And while there might be a handful of people that get online and complain on Twitter about it, the whole world isn't Twitter. Most people aren't on Twitter. You know, that's why I'm like, there are a lot of people who want to boycott for stuff like this, or like just boycotting in general. They get online and they try to make a like they're so dramatic about shit, and I'm like, you all think you're the center of the universe, really? Like you think everybody in the world is looking at your Twitter post whenever it's just like a fraction of it. So even if we get online and complain about this, it's like it's not going to change anything, because most people aren't going to be thinking about that, to be completely honest. But the main thing that I am interested in whenever it comes to the holiday dolls any year is the face sculpts that Mattel use on them. And everybody is really excited about the redhead that Mattel released this year because she used the early 2000s Generation Girl Barbie face sculpt. And I think that she looks very, very beautiful, though the facial screening that they use on her definitely looks like it's copied from an existing early 2000s doll, like the shape of the eyes and everything. The eyebrows, definitely not. The eyebrows are new eye. Like, this is not the type of eyebrow that Generation Girl was rocking back in the day. I like them. They have a lot of detail in them. They're just a lot thicker than what Generation Girl usually had, but I like thick eyebrows on my Barbie dolls, so I don't have an issue with it. I think it looks cool. Um, I love her smoky eyeshadow and the silver accents in the facial printing, and her dark red lipstick is also really, really cool. Now, I bought 3 of her, and this is honestly the best looking one out of the bunch. I mean, they were all kind of equally awful as far as like wonk eye goes, but at least they don't have the UV resin. I'm really happy that the resin hasn't made it to Holiday Barbie yet, thank goodness. Um, but she also has some really, really adorable freckles as well. And her hair color is, I don't know why Mattel does this so much, but it's a red color, but it also has these like almost brownish blonde highlights in it. It gives the hair a lot of dimension, but this is a really common hair blend for Mattel. I think this is really similar to the one they gave Heidi from Barbie Looks. I love her ponytail though. I love how they actually had the hair wrap around the base of the ponytail on the back as well. She does have Saran hair. One of the aspects I do not care much for about the holiday dolls this year is how they handled the earrings. They just look kind of clunky to me. I mean, this is definitely a new earring sculpt that they made just for this year's holiday doll, and it's supposed to look like a little gemstone with a like a ribbon and 2 dangling charms at the bottom, but it's just one piece of plastic. And I get what he was going for, but it's just the budget didn't allow for this kind of earring design. I probably would have just switched to some regular studs or something, because having this string be sculpted just looks bad, honestly. So luckily they have easily removable earrings, and she looks so much better without them. I do have mine on the purple top Made to Move body with Poison Ivy hands, though I think she might match Andra from Barbie Looks Wave 2 a little bit better. But as far as the dress, so somebody from the channel actually wanted to be the one to model the dress in this video. Yeah, this gingham dress definitely calls back to Tiffany's original Barbie Fashionistas dress, and she looks really good in it. The dress itself, I mean, it's modern Barbie, so it's not like anything crazy, but I will say it looks a lot better in real life than it did in the promo images online, just because the promo images don't show all of the shimmer that's on this dress, like the top part and even the lighter white lines in the bottom part of the dress. These are all really glittery, and it looks a lot more beautiful in real life. Of course, the dress did not come with these arm warmers. Those are from a Hard Rock Cafe Barbie. There's nothing under the dress, like no layering or anything. Like, it's literally just one piece of fabric, but the pattern does go all the way around, and it does have these 2 pieces of mesh on the front, one around the shoulder and the other on the waist. And I think, I mean, it looks okay, you know, but it's nothing to write home about. Some people were saying that they thought that the dress design was also AI, but of course there's no way to prove that. There are like actual like design sketches from Carlisle, but like I said earlier, you could just redraw an AI generated image and say that you did it yourself. Um, One cool thing though about the outfit on this doll is they actually did make a new shoe sculpt for her. They gave her these really cool platform heels that have little ribbon on the front of them, which I think look awesome. I kind of wish that these straps were actual ribbon that tied around the ankle, like on the Benito Santos Dia de Muertos doll, where she actually had a ribbon that went up her ankle. That would have been really cool and well worth $40 in my opinion. But it is what it is. Now, something else that has been accused of having AI involvement has been Mattel's new Barbie spin-off line called Barbie Dream Besties. And we have been seeing a lot of this collection, like a lot of design images over the past year or so. I originally posted them on my community tab, so if you haven't already, be sure to keep a lookout. I always post new stuff on there whenever I have new information. But I know a lot of people were accusing the artwork specifically of being AI generated, or at least that, you know, it was colored in AI, like somebody sketched it out, but then had an AI color the artwork. And I don't know, I can't really say. It's hard to say sometimes because that could just be the artist's specific art style. This is definitely a new art style for Barbie. Like a whole new take on Barbie overall. Now, I told you all last year that Barbie Extra was canceled, and not everybody believed me, but it's canceled. I mean, it's gone. Like, it's nowhere to be seen now. Like, the signs were there. Like, the main designer dropped out of the project. You know, they were having individual people do every other design, you know. And I mean, the last wave, the Barbie Extra Fly collection, didn't even make it to regular store shelves. I only ever saw it at Macy's Toys R Us. Other than that, it was online exclusive. So, I mean, the signs were there. Like, it was on its way out. And we actually learned recently that the main designer, Judy Choi, for Barbie Extra, actually went over to design this collection for Mattel. She also works on Disney Princess, I believe. But if we were to say Barbie Extra got canceled for anything, it would be this. Like, this is kind of like the successor to Barbie Extra, given that it has the same designer, same vibe, though they did change one thing, and that is the proportions of Barbie. Like, these are definitely a lot more exaggerated than what we usually get from the Barbie line. A little bit kind of like how Barbie, you know, did My Scene in the early 2000s, but this one is going above and beyond in the fact that not only are their heads exaggerated, but the bodies are also exaggerated, and they actually do have different body types, which is really, really cool. I love to see that. And from what I've seen, they actually do have, like, they can actually swap heads with regular Barbie. I was really, really worried about what the, like, proportions were going to be and how backwards compatible they were going to be with regular Barbie. Luckily, though, as you can see, the proportions aren't that crazy off as far as like the body goes. So they can definitely share clothes with regular Barbie. The neck's the same thickness. You could swap their heads if you wanted to. These bodies are different proportions than regular Barbie. So, I mean, this could open up the door for like even more body diversity in regular Barbie. Like, if you wanted to use regular Barbie heads on these bodies, you could. But um, anyway, I'm going to be taking a look at Teresa and Renee today because these are the two, for some reason, they've been showing up earlier than Brooklyn and Barbie have at Target. And I think some people have started to see them in stores at Walmart. But honestly, Teresa and Renee are the two that I wanted from the get-go anyway, because these are just my favorite designs. Of course, I wish that they had regular Barbie proportions, but I'm not the target demographic for this, for one, and for two, they can still be used as fashion packs. So, like, this is still a win for us, and they've actually got a lot going on for them. So let me go ahead and I'll show the packaging first. So this is the Teresa from the line displayed in her packaging. And the back of the box, you can see that they chose Barbie's like newest friend group. They have Malibu Barbie, Brooklyn Barbie, Teresa, and Renee. Later on, we're also going to be getting Daisy, who's going to have a curvier, exaggerated curvier body, and also Ken, which I'm really excited about. If the Ken is shorter than regular Ken, that might be potential for like a petite Ken body type. But they have little descriptions on the back for the characters, so there's a lot more characterization in this line, which has been absent from Barbie for a long, long time. I mean, if you wanted to learn anything about the characters, you'd have to like watch the shows that they put out or something. But this one, like they actually have like all of the character info on the box, so it's more in the doll than it is like in the media, which is cool. It's interesting, and they've given Teresa some quips that stuff that, from what I know, she's never really been interested in. So the back of the box for her reads, "Hi, I'm Teresa. I love designing video games and leveling up my coding skills." So they made Teresa a gamer in this universe. Her dream is to start her own video game company. Her favorite activities are gaming, reading, and gymnastics. Her favorite class is calculus. Her favorite color is coral. And her favorite thing is my headphones. And you can see that also for Teresa, they definitely gave her a like a teddy bear motif, which is something new for Teresa. She comes with like little fuzzy sunglasses, little teddy bear. Her phone case even has a teddy bear on it. And her headphones, I saw on the prototype they had cat ears, but they eventually changed it to bear ears, looks like. So they definitely locked into she likes teddy bears, which is cool because I love teddy bears, so I don't have any issue with that. It does say watch on YouTube Kids, so I'm guessing this will also be a cartoon as well. I'm gonna go ahead and show off Renee's description, and then I'll just unbox them together. So Renee, I would say, is probably the friend that gets left out the most out of all of Barbie's friend group. Teresa's been around the longest. Renee came after, and then Brooklyn is the newest friend in this whole canon. And Renee unfortunately gets left out a lot of times. I saw a lot of people being like, Renee, who's that? Like, why didn't they use Leia or Kira? Which, I mean, they've both been dead for a decade and a half. So, I mean, I I wasn't surprised that they didn't show up in this collection, but it would have been cool, like if they continue doing this, it'd be cool if they brought back like Barbie's older friends, like Christy, Kira, like they could do Miko, Midge, they could do Leia, they could do Kayla, like they could do Anna, Laura, just like get Dream Bessie's version of all of her old friends. That'd be really, really cool. They'd never do that. But for Renee, it says, "Hi, I'm Renee. I love vlogging about my two favorite things, skateboarding and trying new foods. Her dream is host a food and talent show. Her favorite activities are skateboarding, basketball, and painting, and her favorite class is art. Her favorite color is purple, if you couldn't guess, and her favorite thing is her laptop. So she likes technology and cooking." So I don't really know a lot about Renee because I haven't watched the cartoon. And like I said, that's really how you get all of the info about the characters, is watching the cartoon. And I just haven't. I do know from the prototype images of this doll that she was originally supposed to come with pants, which they changed it to short shorts. This whole outfit is actually based off of a K-pop artist that Judy Choi likes. I don't know what her name is, but like she wore this outfit on stage at one point in time, and it had these like harem pants. But either that was too expensive, or they were afraid of being too close to the real life thing, so they changed it to short shorts. Which, I mean, I like them. I like having these purple short shorts. I'll definitely use them in a restyle, but it's a shame we couldn't get pants. So let me get both of these out of their packaging and we will take a good look at them individually. So here is Barbie Dream Bestie's Teresa straight out of her packaging. And overall, I will say for 20 bucks, this is a pretty good deal. Like, this is a fully articulated doll with articulation at the elbow, wrist, and knee, and hip, and neck, and everywhere else that you would expect it to be normally. They have custom sculpted faces that are based off of actual Barbie head sculpts. Like the Teresa doll has an exaggerated version of the Nasa face sculpt. Like it's got Nasa's signature dimples and her sharp chin, and as you can see, compared to Renee, there is also body diversity. So Teresa is actually using the Barbie Dream Besties petite body, and Renee is using the tall body from Barbie Dream Besties, and there is definitely a height difference between them. So this is really cool, and I guess this is to be expected from Mattel. And this just goes to show, like, you can have exaggerated proportions like this and still have all that diversity from Barbie. I mean, I would really love it if Bratz did a reboot where they had like different face sculpts and different body types that were articulated like this, and if they got rid of the pop-off shoe gimmick, because that is the dumbest thing in the world, I'm sorry. Like if they did all that, I would definitely respect them a lot more. Like I know I'm not the target demographic for this at all, but this just goes to show that you can do it, even if it is subtle. A lot of people probably won't even notice, but the people who do will appreciate it. And like with Renee, she's got an exaggerated version of the Olivia face sculpt, which is the one that they usually use for the Renee character. So yeah, different face sculpts in this exaggerated doll line. But I really love this overall design. Specifically, I love how monochromatic it is, because, you know, Judy Choi designed Barbie Extra, and there was a lot of like really gaudy outfits in that collection, but she chose to keep it safe in this line, and I definitely think that was the right move. So Teresa is almost exclusively monochromatic red with some like non-interfering brown here and there. Nice little variation in the color without doing too much. And these dolls also have really nice quality saran hair. This is super soft hair. Really long hair. Not as long as in the prototype. There were a couple changes made, like Renee's pants that I mentioned earlier. Her headphones that she has are a clear, like, well, it's like an opaque red color, really gummy and flexible to fit over her head sculpt. She comes with this mesh shirt that I really like. Like, this is probably my favorite piece from her whole outfit, is this red mesh shirt. Though I kind of wish it didn't have these little polka dots on it, but I'll get over it. Maybe you'd be able to remove those in some way, but I'm probably just going to leave them alone. Now the bow top that is layered above it is actually a separate piece. They are Velcroed individually, and these pieces are very stretchy, so yeah, they will definitely fit over a regular Barbie body, as I will show you here in a minute. She also comes with some matching bottoms to match the bow top. They are made out of this faux vinyl material, and the bottoms actually have these really cute ruffles on them, which I think are cool. And she doesn't come with any earrings, but she does come with these little red bows, these plastic bows that are clipped to her little hair braids, which I think are so cute. I'll definitely get some use out of those. And also for her accessory on her neck, she does have a little yellow toned gold necklace. Doesn't have any sort of teddy bear theming to it. I'm not sure exactly what that's supposed to represent, if anything. And her shoes, though, actually even have a little fuzzy teddy bear texture to them, which is really awesome. I kind of wish that the shoes were a little bit more regular Barbie size so that you could also use these shoes on your regular Barbies, but I did have the idea that I do have some curvy Barbies that I want to layer shoes over socks. And since these are a little bit bigger than regular curvy Barbie shoes, they might actually work better. So let me get one of them. Well, would you look at that? I actually did have this doll that was on a curvy body, and I wanted to put her in these socks, but I could never layer any shoes over it without it being too thick. But these Barbie Dream Besties shoes actually work really well, and they layer over the socks really nice, and they match her whole theme. So somebody's already claimed the shoes. So that's something to keep in mind if you have any curvy or tall Barbies that have the bigger foot size and you want to put socks on them, but the shoes are too small, then these Barbie Dream Bestie shoes might work a little bit better for you. I mean, that still looks cute, even though it's a little bit short, like everywhere. Like I said, it's probably going to fit better on a petite Barbie, but I mean, that still looks kind of cool. It's just, it looks like she's wearing a size too small. And the shorts, I don't know if it's just me, but doesn't this kind of look like a diaper? Now on to Renee. Here she is straight out of her packaging. And I definitely love a lot of the pieces that she comes with because I love this light lavender color. She is on the taller body than Teresa. This is what Teresa body looks like without the clothes on. So Renee actually comes with some long black saran hair that is styled into these two pigtails with some light lavender tinsel in the back. And it's that tinsel that they use on like Cleo Denial, the one that kind of looks glittery. I think it looks really, really cool. And they actually gave her some fringe in the front, which I think looks awesome. And her lips actually have sort of like an ombre to them, like where it's darker in the center whenever it gets closer to the teeth and the lighter color on the outside. Like I got these dolls for a fashion pack, so I didn't really look at their screenings too much to see if they were symmetrical. I also noticed that she has those little like rhinestones under her eyes that was popular in makeup for a minute. Also, she comes with some silver, actual metallic silver. Thank God she has some metallic pieces. Some earrings that I've seen these on Barbie before. The little metallic choker. Her light lavender shirt is really cute. And I love this little heart thing on the front. It is a separate piece though. Look, you can take it off. It's a separate entity. And I like how they did that. It definitely allows for more like customization options. So like if you wanted to put this on a doll that this didn't stretch over, this shirt is really stretchy, so you could use it by itself. I did see somebody who said that the heart looked really tacky, and I'm like, I think the heart is really, really cute. I mean, without it, it just kind of looks boring to me, to be completely honest. I don't know what their issue was. Like, this to me just gives it so much more character, and I mean, you can take it off if it really bothers you that much. Though, if you're going to go pick this out in the store, I'd be really careful, because I did see a lot of inconsistencies with how the lace was framing the heart. Sometimes the lace was, like, sewn a little bit off. I picked the best one in my Target, but even this one, you can see that this lace doesn't poke out as much on this side as it does this side. I really, really love these lavender shorts though. I love how they're cut off, how they have this little fringe at the bottom. It's really awesome. I love the metallic button that they have at the front. It would have been cool if we got the pants, but these are still cool. And I also really like these chunky platform heels that she comes with. They're really, really awesome, though I'll probably paint in these laces, but overall I love Renee's design. In the prototype images for these dolls, we saw that at one point they were kind of thinking about using the logo from the Barbie movie, like the 1980s Barbie logo, and they eventually changed to the more modern original Barbie logo, but you can still see remnants of where they wanted to use the original Barbie logo, like even in their underwear. It's got the molded Barbie logo from the Barbie movie, not the actual logo that's used in the brand as it is released. I'm not sure if you'll be able to pick it up, but the shoes as well. You see the shoes have the Barbie bee from the Barbie movie, so must have been late into development when they decided to just use the regular Barbie logo for the series. But yeah, I mean, I'm happy with this. This is definitely a good deal for 20 bucks. I wish we had like a regular Barbie equivalent for it though, where we have the regular proportions with the nicer quality clothes and the basic articulation like we did in Barbie Extra. That would be nice, but this is still something for us, I guess. But let me know what you all think of Barbie Dream Besties and which one of the characters that they've released so far is your favorite. And if they were to make a Barbie Dream Besties version of any of Barbie's older friends, who would you like for it to be? I think if they were to bring back anybody for the collection, Raquel or Midge would be really cool to see brought back in this collection. Like, they both have their own unique style that's different from anything that's in the collection so far, and Raquel would definitely bring some much needed drama to the cartoon. And let me know if you all are planning to pick up this year's holiday Barbie, and if so, which variant of her is your favorite? I know I definitely can't wait to pick up the Teresa in the line. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy this content to help me out in the algorithm, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.